Hey crafty friends, this is Jenny from crafttestummies.com, and today I have my recipe for gelatin plates, and this includes both homemade permanent ones and disposable ones. Stay tuned. For this recipe, you're going to need one box of 4 packets of Knox unflavored gelatin, 1 cup of water divided, and if you want a permanent plate, 6 ounces of glycerin. You're also going to need a 5x7 dish with a perfectly smooth bottom because that's going to be our printing surface. So you're going to put 2/3 of a cup of cold water or your entire bottle of glycerin into the dish. Now what's different about unflavored gelatin is you have to sprinkle it all on the room temperature or cold water or glycerin first. And then it's going to start to bloom or set up. So make sure that you're stirring this quickly because otherwise it'll start to kind of set up in the cold water. Next, you're going to add 1/3 of a cup of hot water, whether it's to the glycerin or to the water version, but make sure you add that 1/3 of a cup hot water and stir it quickly to dissolve all of the crystals. Now, if you get some bubbles, don't worry about that. You can just skim them off, and this is actually going to be the bottom of the plate, so really don't worry too much about the bubbles. Now, place your dish on a nice level windowsill or in the fridge for about 2 to 4 hours so it sets up completely. Now we're going to go ahead and unmold it. So you want to place your pan in some warm water, which makes like a double boiler. Run a knife or a spatula around the edge and then very gently with your flat spatula, lift it out and then flop it over onto a nice flat plate or a glass or a piece of plexi. Now you are ready to print, and this will make a 5x7 block that's about a 1/2 inch thick. If you want a bigger plate, just double the recipe. Now I found that my jelly plate was really bumpy and leaving a texture, which is actually kind of okay, but if that bothers you, just cut it up in little pieces, put it back in the container, microwave it for about a minute or on the double boiler action, and then let it cool and it's good to go. I like this project because A, it's pretty cost effective, and B, it's fun. It's kind of addictive, I have to admit it. So let's talk about the cost. For me in Ohio, the gelatin cost about $1.50 per packet of 4. The glycerin, which I got at the pharmacy, was actually expensive. It was about $8 for a 6-ounce bottle, but I know you can get it via mail order for a lot cheaper than that. So your temporary plate will cost you about $1.50 and the permanent plate about $10.50. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful and or informative. If you'd like to see how these jelly plates stack up against each other and against the Gelli Arts plate, stay tuned for these other videos. I'll have some links right over here. And of course, we'd love you to subscribe right there. Thank you so much and have a crafty day.